Today, I'm going to take you on a tour of my magical Harry Potter room. We're going to start with my light switch, which is a platform 9 3/4 light switch that my sister got for me from an Etsy shop, and if I'm able to, I'll try to put a link to that shop in the description down below. But I love that it's kind of the entrance into my Harry Potter room. This is a Mina Lima print that I received from a Lumos Foundation donation that I made a couple years ago, and I absolutely love all of the gold foiling on here, and then it has all of the Beasts from Fantastic Beasts screenplay. So I have my Hallmark Harry Potter storyteller ornaments and all of the little Harry Potter buildings displayed on this little 2-tier rack on top of my file cabinet over here. And I just love how it lets you see all of the different elements of these ornaments. Here we have my desk. This is my actual working desk, and I have my Wizard's Craft book on here, as you can see. And then in the corner, we have my wands and an apothecary jar, which those will soon have a home. I'll show you guys how to make a different wand rack in the future here, as well as some of the quills that I created in the Wizard's Craft book. As you can see, I have one of my many owls up here. I love them. They are all over the room. And I have my dachshund statue up here because my 2 dachshunds are definitely my Patronus. I got this Deathly Hallows piece of art for my husband a couple years ago because he loves the story of the 3 brothers and the Deathly Hallows. This amazing Butterbeer barrel was co-made by myself and my brother-in-law. I was able to find a damaged barrel table and get it for a really reasonable price because the whole underside is completely cracked open. And I took my Cricut and made a stencil for the word Butterbeer and was able to vintagely paint it on there. And then we went and got a gold hose spigot for like a faucet in your yard. And then my brother-in-law made the amazing stand that it's on, as well as the piece of wood that kind of held the spigot in there, because the hole that was naturally in the board was a little bit too big for the actual spigot. So him and I were able to kind of work together and get this beautiful end result that looks like it's straight out of the Leaky Cauldron. As most of you know, I did my tree tour a couple weeks ago, so I'll put a link to that up above in case you missed that so that you can see my Harry Potter tree more in depth. But again, I have over 11 owls on this tree, so I definitely love my owls, and we will continue that theme throughout the room. Each of the shelves on here have a slightly different theme. This top one has 3 out of the 4 Horcruxes on here, and then I have Bellatrix's dagger on here, as well as just a cute little Hogwarts canvas. And then when we go down to the next shelf, I have kind of a magical creatures vibe in here. So I have the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them journal from Mina Lima. I have some of the Alchemy eggshells that I showed you how to make on this channel that are also featured in my book. I have the really cute little Alchemy peeking out of his shell from Geek Gear. I have Pickett the Bowtruckle, which I absolutely love. And then I have Tom Riddle's diary with the basilisk fang and then the little prop mirror that Hermione used to look around corners because I feel like the basilisk would work with the magical creatures. And then I have some Rumpet Musk on there. So I just was kind of going for a magical creature vibe on that shelf. And this shelf has kind of a Slughorn vibe going on. I have the Advanced Potion Making Mina Lima journal on here. And then I have our Acromantula Venom and Venomous Tentacular leaves, as well as Draft of Living Death. And I have some Floo powder on there and Octopus ink, which I know doesn't necessarily go with Slughorn, but I just felt like it was something that would be in his office. And on this bottom shelf, I have 2 little cauldrons that I again got from an antique store. I love that they're just little mini cauldrons, super cute. And then I have my Dragon Heartstring and Dragon's Blood, as well as a chocolate frog. And then I have my little box of goodies, which includes Fred and George's aging potion, my head girl badge, a Ravenclaw patch, all those kind of things that you might find on a desk of a student at Hogwarts. So this is the bulk of where I display my potions. And as you can see, I kind of have the shelves set up with balancing colors and themes as well. And then on my desk down here, I have my Niffler, my scales, my little wizard money, and then I have some really great pieces that I have found at antique stores. So I highly recommend you always check out your antique shops because there's always some great things that look like they're straight out of the wizarding world. I got that awesome black shelf from there. I was able to get some of the candlesticks and lamps and the cages for my owls. All those things are from antique stores. And then on this portion of the desk, I have my little scales and some of my Gringotts money, and my little Niffler, of course, is right in there with all the shiny things, as well as my Ravenclaw diadem. So like I said, all 7 of the Horcruxes are actually featured in this area. So I have the wand and the glasses that represent Harry, and then Nagini is down below with all of my little Hagrid supplies, and it just kind of rounds out the look. So for this shelf, I wanted to go with kind of a Potion Master's shelf that they would have in their office or potentially in their classroom. I have, the different bottles that are on stands. I have some cauldrons, the little potion ingredients, our mortar and pestle, things like that. So I was just kind of going for an overarching Potion Master shelf. So for this shelf, I was kind of going for a prophecy or seer vibe on here. So we have our really magical tarot cards, our prophecy ball that I made in the Wizard's Craft book, the crystal ball that I made in the Wizard's Craft book. We have the little prophecy orb from Geek Gear. We've got runes, instant darkness powder, a little owl. We have Grindelwald's skull hookah that he used to see the future with. And we have the letter that Dumbledore sent to Grindelwald, as well as the Elder Wand, which obviously belonged to both Grindelwald and Dumbledore. So I was just kind of going for an overarching vibe of seeing into the future. For this shelf, I was kind of going with a Hogwarts student vibe. So we have a section of the Yule Ball. It has the little Yule Ball invitation and poster. It's got the ice wand that I made in the Wizard's Craft book. It has the little calming drought and all these different types of frozen potions that I feel like would represent the Yule Ball. We have the History of Magic book. We have the acceptance letter, the platform 9 3/4 ticket, night bus ticket, owl examination, quibblers, you name it, it's on here, as well as a couple owls to carry it all. And I just felt like it had a good back to school vibe. And then for this shelf, it is basically my bookcase of some of my magical books. So obviously there's still plenty of room for me to fill it up, but in the meantime, I have a couple owls and cauldrons occupying the space. Here next to the door, I have a little Ollivander sign that I made, and that is actually kind of a placeholder for where I will have a wand rack that I'm going to make with you guys, and that'll be able to be the header of that wand rack. And lastly, I have the beautiful quilt that my sister made for me for Christmas last year hanging over the closet door in here, which I think works out great considering the closet door is just an ugly fake wood. So this adds a little bit of magic to that, and it's really easy for me to get past it to get into the closet, no problem. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of my Harry Potter room, and I also hope you kept a vigilant watch because I mentioned I have quite a few owls in my collection in here, and the first person who can leave a correct comment down below of how many owls I have in my Harry Potter room, you will get this little owl as well as the mistletoe berries sent to anywhere around the world. So if you guess the correct amount of owls I have, these two could be part of your collection. And I already gave you some answers while in the video, so you might have to go back through and listen to what I had to say or see if you can count how many owls there are, but good luck to you guys. And then as soon as we get a winner, I will pin them to the top so then that way you guys know that there has been a winner chosen. And that's going to be it. I hope you guys had a good time seeing all my potions, where they live in my house. I hope you liked seeing my Harry Potter room and my collection of items that I have gained from gifts, from buying them in the Wizarding World, things I've collected, things I've made, things I've gotten in subscription boxes, all those things that just kind of make this part of my house a little bit more magical. And I hope you guys had fun coming along with me. So if you guys like this video, give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and we will catch you guys later. Thanks so much.